Number one thing that we told her to do is that, okay, let's really do your best. Let's really, maximize all the opportunities that we have here to really communicate with the HR, maybe with your direct manager, maybe with the high up management, maybe with, I don't know, maybe somebody from a different department. Let's pull out all the ends that you can pull out to really make sure that you can say that you did your 100% best to get that employment letter done, so you get it fixed according to IRCC requirements. Now, step number 2, if you really went back and forth, and this person, our client, went back and forth with their employer, I swear it was maybe around like 50 emails, back and forth, trying to convince them to fix certain details in employment letter. They fixed it. They didn't do it right. She needed to do another set of amendments to that employment letter, request that employer to fix employment letter. And it was 50 emails going back and forth. We had about 5 different versions of that employment letter, because each time HR actually refused to put certain details that just needed to be there. Like, for example, the HR said, our policy is not to put hours of work per week. We can indicate that it's a full-time position, but we cannot say hours, how many hours per week you worked. It's just a company's policy. So we had to go back and forth, trying to convince it to do it. So it was definitely an uphill battle, but this is what it took to get this done right. Now, in your situation, if you really put a lot of effort in going back and forth, but you still don't get the employment letter that meets IRCC requirements, this is what you do next. So probably what you need to do next is see if you can use an employment letter that was issued, and you need to see what details are missing in that employment letters. So maybe it's hours of work missing, maybe it's pay that's missing, maybe it's proper indication of period of time that you worked is missing, maybe the duties, that's the most common, the duties are not really aligned with a NOC number, and maybe that's a problem. So you need to see what needs to be fixed, and then you need to go through all the documents that you have, maybe some old contracts, pay stubs, maybe some old letters that you received before you quit your job or something like that, and see if you have any documentation that actually would cover the gaps that you're missing in employment letter.